Hello and welcome back to my channel. Well, as you can see, we're doing a tiered tray today. I am getting it in for Valentine's Day just under the wire. It's taken me a little while. I was waiting on a special purchase from Etsy, and if you are familiar with Mary from the White Cottage Company, I ordered the wooden conversation hearts that she showed on her channel a couple weeks back, and I am just so happy with them. They are exactly what I had in my mind. I didn't want the pastel conversation hearts. I was thinking, I wish somebody would make some that are wooden. And lo and behold, she did, or her son did rather, and I'm just really happy with them. They turned out wonderful. Anyways, she does not know, that I've purchased them. I purchased them personally, so she doesn't know I'm making this video, but I'm really happy with them. And I definitely wanted to use them on my tiered tray, so they were worth waiting for. So I wanted to highlight these two hearts. I wanted one on each level of the tiered tray, and I'm just using some risers to elevate them a little bit. And one of the things you notice is I change things around and play with different things and swap out different pieces of decor. And really, with tiered trays, it's just a lot of trial and error. And the more pieces that you accumulate or collect, the easier it gets to switch things in and out, decide what you want to use. Here I'm using a doily that was crocheted by my husband's grandmother, and I felt like that would be a nice touch here. Along with this little picture, you could probably see at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be putting this tier tray in my kitchen on that table that's just off to the left there, underneath my shelf. And also we're going to be decorating the shelf a little bit also. When it comes to Valentine's Day, I really lean more towards the pinks, and I definitely wanted to use the pink florals on the tiered tray today, as well as my little house here that I purchased from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. A large mug in the back kind of fills in that space back there. And then again, you're going to see a little trial and error here. I really wanted to fit one of the birds on the tray, and honestly, it just didn't seem to be working out. I tend to play with the trays a little bit before I film, and yet even when I'm done filming, I stand back and end up seeing how it actually turned out. So instead I decided to put these three hearts in this little basket here. These are really simple DIYs. Just cut out a heart shape out of cardboard, and I just taped one piece of the yarn to the back, and I just kept wrapping the yarn around the hearts. I just did a couple different sizes there and 3 different colors, and it just makes a nice little decoration. I had the yarn on hand, so it didn't cost me anything. I also wanted to use my little marshmallows. If you saw my Christmas hot cocoa tiered tray, you know that I made those marshmallows, so I thought it would be nice to bring them out and use them again on Valentine's Day. I can link that video for you below if you're interested in that also. So this is the part of the tray that I actually really struggle with the most, and it's the front, and it's filling in those small little areas. So I will usually change this out 2 or 3 or 4 different times before I actually get it the way I want it. And actually, even at the end here, when you see how I've done this, I actually end up changing it in the final picture. If you look at it, you'll notice it's a little bit different. Right, so through the magic of speeding up a video, you're going to see me move this over here. I actually did it much more slowly and precariously. And that's how it looks on my little table there. So now that my tier tray is over on my table, we're going to go ahead and change up my shelf. We're just going to turn that around. And we're just going to stick my third little heart right in the middle there. So that kind of ties in with the tiered tray. And then I'm just going to set a couple of these little hearts that are gingham style that I purchased from Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. So then I took a look and I realized that my oven mitt, even as much as I love it there, just doesn't look right now. So I did a little changing around, decided that this cutting board was hanging too low now. So I changed it up with this piece here, and I really want this piece to hang, so I have to figure out how to get this to hang better because it's obviously turning sideways and this just wasn't working right either. So third time worked. I went ahead and just put up my little sifter here, and that worked perfectly. We're making dark chocolate pancakes with homemade whipped cream. For the whipped cream, we need heavy cream, confectioner's sugar, and vanilla extract. We're adding 1 cup of heavy cream, and we're going to mix this until it's just starting to peak. And you want to make sure that you don't over whip this or it'll end up lumpy. I think that's about right. 1 teaspoon of the vanilla extract. Then add 1 tablespoon of the confectioner's sugar. You see how it looks like it's getting folds in it? That's what we want to be looking for that to increase. So unfortunately, I didn't get it exactly at the end because I thought I was done here, and I actually wasn't. So you want to make sure that you have a lot of folds in it. You don't want to over whip it, but you definitely want to make sure there's a lot of peaks and folds. And you see here, you need a little bit more than that. Heat your griddle to 375. I'm using 1 cup of the Kodiak pancakes here in the dark chocolate with chocolate chips. And then we're supposed to add 3/4 of a cup of water. And I have to tell you, I added that, you're gonna see it was way too thick. So I ended up adding water 2 more times. I added like 1/4 of a cup, and then I ended up adding just a little bit more to get the consistency that I wanted. And it made about 8 pancakes. So it didn't make a huge amount, just enough for me and my son. And so that was kind of like an early Valentine's Day. The whipped cream was wonderful. It is not as sweet as the whipped cream that you would buy in the store, just know that. It was also really good in my coffee, but I felt like it was a good balance because the dark chocolate pancakes and the M&Ms especially were very sweet. So the whipped cream not being too sweet was actually kind of a nice surprise. And here's how they look when they're done. I hope you've enjoyed this video today. I hope that it entertained you or you got some ideas from it. That's my whole goal of making videos, is to make sure you enjoy them or you get some inspiration from them. Please leave me a like or a comment if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you would like to see more. I make weekly videos, and I will see you in the next one.